If you would like to get this month's crystal reading for your sign for download and purchase, please click on the Vimeo link below this video in the Show More section, or visit my website, theluckymermaid.com, and the links for these videos are posted on the most recent video page. Please be sure to check out my other psychic readings for each zodiac sign I have available there as well. Thank you so much. Wish you many blessings and peace.
Hi Cancer, I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for October 2017. This month I laid out the 5-card Rainbow Tarot spread for you using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Ascendant, and Cancer Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. All that being said, Cancer, now onto your reading for October 2017. First card you have that shows up, Cancer, in your reading today is the 7 of Swords. Now, sometimes this card can indicate somebody lying to you, deceiving you, or stealing something from you. But remember, I don't read the cards reversed. I go by psychically what my guides are going to tell me. So it could be actually a positive card. I just have to hear what they say. I feel many of you Cancers are working within the parameters of the knowledge you have about some kind of situation that you're dealing with or you're confronted with. You don't really have all the facts you need to know. I feel there's missing pieces of information. There's something in you that wishes something can be different, like wishes for a job change or a relationship change, or some kind of change in some circumstance that you're in comes up. I feel like it's kind of overwhelming, or you're kind of overwhelmed, and that almost like you have too much on your plate to tackle right now. Again, I get the sense of there's clarity you want on a situation, and I don't feel you have full clarity. I feel that there are people that have been put in your path that are like sticklers for you, like sticking like thorns in your side. So, everybody has that, in their life. That happens for everyone. But for you, it seems like these seem recent. And when I say recent, that could be over the course of the last 5 months to 5 years. These people have been sticklers for you. And it's a few people. This isn't just like one person that's annoying. There's, could be 7 people. It's 7 of Swords. It could be 7. It could actually be 5 people. 5 to 7 people have been sticklers for you in the past 5 months to 5 years. It's almost like the guides, they are saying, stop spinning your wheels and stop wasting your time. But I feel like the thing you're wasting your time and spinning your wheels on is about these people who, might not be all of them, but it's like whatever issues they've brought up, whatever conflicts or trouble for you that has occurred because of them, like you're either wasting your time with them or mentally going over and over in your mind the gyrating in your mind about them. They're saying you're wasting too much time over that. You might want to consider taking something that might feel like spiritually grounding to you. Maybe you want to take some psychic development classes or spiritual courses, or go back to church or get spiritual counseling. Sometimes religion is connected to spiritual things are connected to religion, and sometimes they're not. So it's like you need some kind of spiritual grounding You might want to take Reiki or go get Reiki treatments or something that's healing spiritually in nature for you. You need that now, it seems. You've got the Three of Cups here. This could indicate 3 sisters, 3 females, 3 friends. Could also be a party, a gathering, or a celebration. It could also be a celebratory conclusion to something that's been going on in your life. You could be throwing a party. You could be attending a party. You could be getting emotional support from friends. That can also come up with the Three of Cups. I get some of you Cancers are starting to feel either creeped out or put upon by some people butting into your business or being too nosy or looking into stuff about you. You could have, like, I don't like to use the word stalkers because that gets people all in a stir, but like stalking is such a harsh term. You could have people like looking at your Facebook page, looking at your Instagram page, talking about you, or, you know, like looking into what you're doing, what you're saying, who are you dating, who are you married to, who are you with, where do you live. But I don't know that there's like a lot of nefarious reasons for it. I don't know that I don't really feel like they're going to do anything with it, but it feels to me like you got people watching what you're doing, looking into what you're doing, where you're going, what you're saying, who you're hanging with, all of that. I feel like it's just that they want to know. I don't feel they're going to do anything with it. So I don't want to say, ignore it, but you know, what can I tell you? The guide said right here, 5 people, maybe more, that are sticklers to you. These may be the same people that are butting into your business or trying to tell you what to do even. Maybe you've got some people doing that. But they're kind of like looking at who you're with, what you're doing. You've got some people that are doing that, like investigating or lurking or stalking or spying or whatever word you want to use there, Cancer. You got some people doing that. If you have a long-standing rivalry or a feud with someone in particular, it's time to put it to rest, or it will be getting put to rest within the next 3 months. And I feel there's been a lot of jealousy in this rivalry. This could be a coworker to you, it could be a sibling to you, it could be someone from a group that you belong to, like a meetup group or some social group you belong to. It could even just be a friend that you had a falling out with and there was jealousy there. I feel like there's some kind of repair and damage control that needs to be done there, because if these waters are not smoothed over, it's going to be like a source of acrimony for you still rolling forward in the future, and you don't need that anymore. So if there is any way to make peace, you don't necessarily have to forgive them completely, but make peace with someone that fits this description of what I just described. It would be wise in October. Wise and advised, the guides like to say. So the next card you have here is 5 of Rods, and 5 of Rods is a struggle. This is an internal struggle in you, or it could be a struggle with coworkers, family members, groups you belong to, or an internal struggle. It could also be an internal, like I said, an internal struggle. 5 of Rods. I feel like you're really trying to figure out your next moves with something, because I feel like you're all tied up. This to me feels like your internal state, like you're all bunched up with worry or decision making. Don't get mad at me, Cancer. I have Cancer moon, so, you know, I'm not against Cancers, but somehow, Cancer, you could dispute this. Maybe it's a karmic thing, but I feel you kind of attract this. What's going on in this? What's going on in this? And now what's going on here? I feel like you're attracting some of the situations. I'm not saying, oh, it's all your fault, Cancer. I'm not. But maybe it's like karmic attraction. Maybe these are karmic things that needed to happen in your life, so you attracted them to you. And it's kind of like, I feel like you need to break some like karmic cycle. I don't know how else to describe that. You've definitely been in the throes or in the mix of situations where there have been people lying, cheating, deceiving, stealing. Maybe you were part of doing some of those activities, maybe not. Maybe you were completely the victim in the situation. But those circumstances are swirling around you, which is aiding. I'm not saying they're all happening right now, but they have happened. And this is some of those activities that have gone on, that have been going on around you like that, are creating some kind of internal struggle in you right now in the month of October, and maybe even in November. I also feel the struggle in you where you feel like you want to be in a position of power. And I feel that you have and will get put into positions of power. But at times I feel you actually struggle with it, whether you actually want it or not. That's another struggle I pick up in you. So in some ways you want it, and in many cases you get it. But then when you get it, or even if you haven't attained the position of power, either way, I see you struggling. Do I want it? Do I not? You feel like you want it? And then I see you struggling about it, either after you've attained the power or even before. I feel some of you will leave a situation that's unhealthy for you. If you're in a job and there's a lot of acrimony and deception and lying and thieving and stealing and BS that goes on at your job, I feel you're going to leave it. If you're in a relationship, whether it be love, family, friendship, doesn't matter. If those activities are going on, then, and it's unhealthy for you, then I feel you're going to leave it. But I don't feel it's necessarily easy to do, because it is a struggle card. Okay. So here you have the Two of Swords. Wow. You've got some weird cards here this time, Cancer. I don't know. You have Two of Swords. Now, Two of Swords is something blocked, stopped, or a stalemate. I guess you Cancers aren't going to like me this month because you're not going to like these cards, but I love Cancers. I have many friends that are Cancers, so peace to Cancer. The Two of Swords is a stop, a block, or a stalemate about something, and there's emotions tied up here behind this, whatever the block, stop, or stalemate is. You have some kind of lack of understanding about a situation. There's something that you don't know the whole picture. You don't know the whole story. You have a lack of understanding about something. It's not that you don't want to have the understanding. I'm not saying that. But there is something, like, again, I go back, go listen to the first card again. This kind of feels like some of that energy on this card as well. And here's another Swords card. You may feel like you need more clarity. You may feel like your life is being put on hold, or something in your life. And when I do this, that's the shelf. There's a shelf here. Your life is either being put on hold, or something in your life is being put on hold. You have some worry about, will you prosper or will you fall? And it doesn't necessarily have to mean about money. It could be money. But it could be some situation in your life. You're wondering, will there be success and prosperity within this situation? Or am I going to fall and this is not going to work out? Like, it's like you're on the fence, or you're on the ledge, or you're on the edge, or dithering, like you're wondering, is it going to go this way or that way? There's some circumstance that's happening in your life. Again, it could be, they're not pinpointing it exactly for me what the situation is, because, Cancer, this is a general reading, and many Cancers listen to this, so I don't know exactly whether it's work or love or a social situation or within family, but you got some situation you're on the ledge of, and you don't know whether you're going to have prosperity and success, or whether you're going to fall off the edge and it's not going to work out. It's really now time to really figure out how to tune into your higher self. Maybe some of you are incredibly psychic or tuned in intuition wise to your higher self and to your guides, and you will know by tuning into that. Those of you that do not feel like you have that, like you feel like I'm lost, I can't tune into that, it would be a great time to start learning meditation. Again, I go back to, they brought it up somewhere in your reading, and I feel like it again, to do some kind of spiritual grounding, spiritual practices, maybe return to church if you believe in church, or return to spiritual practices on your own, or some kind of spiritual classes or groups you could attend, because I feel you need this to help you. You need to start accessing, like, looking for answers externally is helpful sometimes. But in the circumstances I feel some of you Cancers are facing, or life situations you're involved in, you need to tune in and to tap into your higher self and your spirit guides and your gut and intuition as to what decisions and moves you need to make. Comes up strongly here in this reading. So the last card you have here could very well be you, Cancer. It is the Knight of Cups, and this is a water sign person. This is either a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be somebody else, you know, it doesn't have to be you, but very often people do like to show up in their card layouts and in their readings. There's a strong sense of purpose and drive in your life to move out and move forward in some direction. You are feeling, it is going to kick up in you. If you haven't felt that way yet, it's coming. And I do feel like it's going to be this month, but it could be at the very end of the month or into the beginning of November. But I get you feeling like, I do feel you becoming directive, decisive, and moving forward with some kind of purpose here. So I do feel this Knight of Cups is representing you, at least so far. You may feel like you need to move your location, live in a different location. Could be a different home, could be a different state or province or country or city. I also feel like you don't feel like you can get clarity where you are. Like you feel like your situation is too bunched up where you are to get clarity. So moving could actually be helpful for you. And that could be, you know, maybe you live with your family and they're confusing to you. Or maybe your family is nearby and you're like, I don't want to be so close to my family. They get involved in my life, or they're messing with my mind and they're confusing to me. Or maybe it's just energetically you feel like, it could be work even, like maybe you need to move on, move out, and move on to another job, because you may feel like it's too energetically not a good feeling to you anymore. I do see you seeking knowledge and wisdom from others, so you may start talking to teachers, professors, priests, ministers, spiritual counselors and advisors, therapists, anybody that, because I do see you feeling like you need to talk to somebody to either clear your mind, clear the air, give you fresh perspective, give you some directions. You could even be talking to, if you were thinking of seeking another job, like going to headhunters that could, or job placement companies that could advise you or find you another, give you advice or give you like new job prospects. It could be somebody like that. But I do see you seeking advice from outside counsels of some sort. But again, I go back to a lot of these things you need to tap into your own intuition and spiritual guidance, because you are being strongly guided now. You have a lot of confusion cards here to me. Blocks, confusions, disruptions, uncertainty, trying to get clarity, wanting to make a decision, thinking of moving in a new direction. not sure of your circumstances. That's all what came up here. Now, if you're a Cancer and you say, none of that applies to me, I know exactly what I'm doing, exactly where I'm going, my life is set and it's not fitting that at all, well then, Cancer, your messages very likely could be coming to you from your rising sign this month. Don't forget, we did have 2 eclipses in August that are going to affect your sun sign, yes, but your rising sign especially. So you may want to listen to your rising sign and even your moon sign. But I would really recommend, if you feel like that didn't jive with you, then you are probably operating from your rising sign this month. But I hope this reading helped you. I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching and sharing and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. And please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And Cancer, if you would like to get a continuation of this reading where I look into my crystal for you and get additional predictions and messages from my spirit guides for the month of October 2017, you can access these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for October 2017 psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, and click on the videos tab on my menu, and it will go to page 11, and there on page 11 you will see the headings for this October crystal readings. You click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Also, the other link below this video is for my past, present, and future psychic tarot readings for each sign of the zodiac I recorded at the beginning of the month of September 2017. And I pulled 3 cards for each sign of the zodiac. The first card is about your past and how it may be still affecting you now. The second card is about your present circumstances and situations you're in at the moment. And the third card will be future predictions about what's coming up and messages about what's coming up for your future up to 6 months out. So if you're interested in those videos, you can click on that link below this video, or also on my website, go to page 11, and there you will see the headings for those past, present, and future psychic tarot readings for each sign of the zodiac. You click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I wish you an outstanding October, Cancer, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.
Please check out my other videos that I'm posting to my YouTube channel, The Psychic Pastry Chef, where I'll show you how to make great cakes, desserts, and pastries you can make at home, and I'll give you psychic predictions for each sign of the zodiac throughout the video. I hope you enjoy them, and please be sure to check out the other special videos I'm recording for my Psychic Pastry Chef Vimeo on demand channel. Thanks for watching.